guys, so today's video is going to be another Lost Lullabies. This video is not going to be super crazy editing, it's just going to be me talking, and I don't know if this lighting is the best. Maybe I should just move better, maybe. So what I was saying is that this video is not going to be super crazy editing, it's just going to be me talking to the camera about things, and also I'm going to be answering some questions from my Tumblr box. And also this is water with lemon and strawberry. These two books are pretty well known, so they're not like new or anything. The first one is Milk and Honey by Ruby Kaur. I don't know how to pronounce her surname. I read this book over last summer and I read the entire book in one day. It's pretty easy to read. This book starts with sad poems, and as you keep reading, the poems get like happier, not happier, but like they get more positive, and there are a lot of feminist poems. I'm pretty sure everyone can identify with 90% of these poems. And I'm not saying this book is good because it's relatable, I'm just saying this book is good because I think she wrote everything inside this book from her heart, because I hate reading poetry books about girls who write about anxiety and about heartbreak and about things, but they just seem like forced, like they don't really felt or feel that way, and it just looks weird to read that. But with this book it doesn't happen. And the next book, if you've been following me for a while, you will already know what book it is. I talk about this book way too much and people are probably tired of me talking about this book, but it's Just Kids by Patti Smith. I'm not going to tell you what it is about, because when I start reading a book I don't want to know anything about the book. I just want to start reading it and let's see what happens. And this book is based on a true story, so don't search any of the characters because you will know the end. Basically, the only thing I want to say with this book is that I'm not going to say the whole it changed my entire life, because that's very cheesy and cliche, but fuck, I have something in my eye. But what I do want to tell you is that this book marked a before and an after in my life. It taught me a lot of things. For example, not to be possessive in a relationship or in a friendship, or not to be possessive with a place or with someone. Me, for example, I'm not really a possessive person, but the thing is that I'm very nostalgic and I have a bad habit of not wanting to end friendships, even though if they are toxic or bad friendships. I just don't want to end them because I just don't want to, like, the feeling of losing something or someone for me is one of the worst feelings ever. So even if a friendship is bad for me or the person is treating me like shit, a lot of the times for me it's very hard to finish that friendship. And this book is based on New York in the late 60s, early 70s, and I love this book so much. And also I just want to show you this. This is a sign of my zodiac sign. It says Géminis in Spanish, it's basically Gemini. And my grandpa gave this to me and to my two sisters. Okay, so I went to my Tumblr box and I'm going to answer some questions. The first one is, where do you find inspiration? The first answer that comes into my mind is art. I get inspiration from anything artistic, from music to artists to paintings to books to movies. Anything related to art gives me inspiration. For example, my two favorite painters are Van Gogh and Monet, and they give me a lot of inspiration when it comes to doing mood boards and also when it comes to painting. And music gives me a lot of inspiration when it comes to writing or when it comes to creating videos. And movies also to writing and creating videos. And also another thing that I think is like one of my main sources of inspiration is daydreaming. I daydream way too much for my own good. Like 90% of my day is me daydreaming about things. I love daydreaming about being a rock star in the 70s and playing in Woodstock. Well, in the late 60s in this case. There's this song by Billy Joel that it's called Vienna, and there's one quote that kind of goes like this: dream on, but don't imagine all of them come true. And that's true, like you should dream big and you should dream a lot about things that you want to do, things you want to achieve. But don't get frustrated or don't get sad if some things don't happen. Opinions on 30 Reasons Why. Okay, the series itself is good, like the actors and everything made is good. Okay, it shows you how this girl killed herself and how it all happened, but it doesn't tell you how to fix things. But me, like a lot of other teenagers having these kind of problems, it was kind of triggering sometimes. But in my opinion, it's a show that I'm going to only watch once in my life. I'm not going to rewatch it, and a lot of people are very angry with 30 Reasons Why. I just really try not to think about it too much. Does time go by fast or slow to you? It goes fast as fuck. Sorry for my language, I swear a lot, that's another thing. For me, times go so fast and I'm so scared. I'm only 18, but I'm turning 19 in June, the 11th of June, and I'm so scared. I remember when I turned 18, I was like the whole day in shock. I'm not ready to turn 19, I just don't want to. I know I'm still young, I'm still a teenager, but for me time goes too fast. And also another thing is that I'm scared of not living my life to my fullest, like to the fullest I can live it, like living adventures and doing things. And I know a lot of people feel the same way I do, but sometimes I feel like I'm not living my life correctly, like I'm not doing the things I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know, like I get these thoughts a lot of times at midnight, like I'm sleeping and then I wake up at midnight and start thinking about life, and it fucks up my sleeping schedule. In your opinion, is love at first sight real? Okay, so before answering this question, I just want to say that for me, love is not only romantic love, it can also be love for friendships, love for the family, love for your dog, or love in general, but not always romantic. But you're asking romantic love, and for me, love at first sight, I will say yes, because I'm a romantic. I'm a hopeless romantic in an era where Tinder is a thing, where people cheat all the time, people get divorced every single day. But for me, love at first sight is real. Yeah. How do you get over the fear of failing in terms of your future? Okay, I don't really know how to tell you this one because I'm still learning that one. But one thing I do want to say is that don't be scared of failing. Failing is not always a bad thing. You can learn a lot of things from failure. For example, if you're studying something and that's not a thing for you, you've learned that that's not the right path for you, and then you move on to a better thing. Or for example, from a friendship that didn't work. For example, from a friendship that didn't work, or maybe a relationship. Failing is not always a bad thing, as long as you learn from your mistakes and as long as you try to do something to change it. Describe your life in 3 words. Very spontaneous. I'm a very spontaneous person, but that's not always something good. Emotional, but right now in a good way, because I've always been very emotional. I think I'm going to say artistic. I don't know if that's really a word to describe your life. I'm pretty happy with my life right now, so that's something good. I think those are all the questions I'm going to be answering today. And also I just want to quickly say that I've been doing a lot of blog posts lately, and I'm not trying to do like self-promo. I hate when people do that, but if you're proud of something you've done, I think it's okay to do self-promo, okay? And also you can ask me anything you want on my Tumblr as well. I have the anonymous thing on, so you can ask me anything anonymous. I think that's all I have to say. You can check out my social media if you want to, subscribe if you want to, and have a nice day. Bye.